Hello, viewers. Once again, you're welcome to Sports Orbit, with you from Leadership TV. My name is Afa Cho Salifu Usman. It's right here in the studio with me. Salifu, welcome to Sports Orbit once again.
Thank you, Alpha. It's always my pleasure.
On today's episode of the program, we'll begin straight from the Ministry of Sport, where they are to spend a total sum of 116.3 million naira on vehicle maintenance and fueling. This is contained in the 2023 Appropriation Act signed by President Muhammad Buhari. The breakdown of the expenditure revealed that the sports ministry will be funding the maintenance of their motor vehicles and transport equipment with the whopping sum of 25.6 million naira and 55.9 million naira on fuel and lubricants. Documents sourced from the Budget Office of the Federation also revealed that maintenance of office furniture, building residential quarters, and IT equipment will cost in the region of 24.25 million, while maintenance of other things like plants and generators, as well as other maintenance services, will go up about 10.4 million naira, motor fuel about 22 million naira, while generator fuel will take about 30 million naira. Also, the ministry will also spend about 3.5 million naira on other transport equipment fuel. The proposed expenditures were captured in the 8.9 billion allocated to the ministry, excluding the four agencies under its control from the Appropriation Act. So, budget presented, and like we say, like it always happens in Nigeria, huge sums of money to be spent on, well, whether I don't know whether to classify it as not too important or whatever you make of it.
Yeah, Alpha, thank you. Good afternoon again, our esteemed viewer. Nigeria is a whole lot of problems, very very problematic when it comes to the budgetary system in this country.
Yeah.
And sometimes a whole lot of people will be surprised that we see a government officials earning so much money. They are earning is not it's not in the salary or it's not in the allowance on the end. Is this kind of money that they are just budgeting, putting aside on something that are very necessary or not necessary? Okay, for instance, one will say, why will you say maintenance of vehicles? Yes, it's good to maintain a vehicle, but
No, I mean necessary. What I mean,
yes,
I mean these
no,
sums are they?
I'm coming.
Yeah,
I'm coming to all that thing. We say that the maintenance of vehicle will be necessary, but if for instance, you now ask your question, do you need just a whopping money
That's
of
the point.
116.2 million to maintain a vehicle in a year? Ministry of Youth and Sport is not a transport agency. How many vehicles are there under the Ministry of Youth and Sport?
Exactly.
How many officials at the Ministry of Youth and Sport are riding on official vehicles? The minister himself have official vehicle. I think his vehicle is executive vehicles and the pilot vehicle about 3 or 4 ministers. The PAMSEC has only one official vehicle, one official vehicle, and the PAMSEC. Then other directors, most of the directors I always see all riding on their personal vehicles. And then if you're talking of the coastal bus, the Team Nigeria buses that are also there for training and all those things, most of those buses we don't normally see them on the road. We only see them when there's a competition. And even off time, like for instance, the AFN bus, the Bowling Ball Federation bus, the Cycling for sometimes we'll see them on the road for transport when they are running Marabanya on the road. But also we only see them most of the time when there's an event. And you know, see, how many times are you making a vehicle? Normally, things are very expensive at the moment, but to spend short amount of money on maintenance of vehicle and then maintenance of generators. How many generators do the Ministry of Sport? They have a plant at the National Sport Commission. How many often do they put that generator often on?
Exactly.
For instance, the plant at the package B of the National Stadium. I am quite aware if you are holding that event there, for instance, like when Mark the Ball have their championship, Mark the Ball sponsoring, fueling, do everything for maintenance of that generator and fueling the job. So you now ask, where are they going to buy this? And these are kind of the easy money that the PAMSEC, the directors, and the minister and the appointees and the top officials earn fat on it. Okay, and to even shock you, if you go into the detail of the positive of the ministry, we are just talking about the one for the maintenance. In that same budget, in that same allocation of what was approved for the ministry is also going to spend 1.40 1.08 billion on refreshment.
Okay, I didn't even see that part. You can imagine that.
Just to refresh, just on refreshment for entertainment. And you know, ask how much to spend 1.8 million just for refreshment. And in the allocation, and the total budget of the ministry is about 8 point something billion. And you are setting aside 1 point something billion. So as time goes on, we are making a promise that we own a Nigerian duty to explain this thing. Our role is to open up this thing, open the secretary. This one of those things is left for Nigeria to judge. We are not against anybody. We are not criticizing anybody. This is the document presented by the Minister of Business and Sport. It's at the public. It's a public document. It's everywhere. And the reason, and I also give kudos to the ministry and the details why government make this thing for public is for you to be able to see. But we own Nigeria duty that we keep on review most of those budget, and there are a whole lot of money that are being put aside under that budget. And before the end of the day, we'll itemize it one by one. We'll be revealing it out. Because we are also in the budget about 400 something billion was also set aside to buy a sport kit for a senator, Obinogba, his constituency, to buy a sport equipment for his constituency. And I'll be very sure most of the sport companies now know the same amount was also set aside to buy a sport equipment for October who is the chairman House Committee on Sport. Obinogba is the chairman Senate Committee on Sport. You see how they take care of themselves. Those money at the end of the way, the money this money is not going to that. No. You never see any of this thing. In the last 3 years, also the same budget was also approved. There's also a budget allocation to build a stadium in Obinogba in Obinogba constituency. I asked my colleague, that stadium has not. There's no any information. So this has come of but it's left for Nigeria to ask. But Nigeria, we are so those that we don't really ask questions. And that is why it's not only this thing is not only limited to the Ministry of Sport.
No, agreed.
It cut across all the MPs.
So the point I want to even make is with this kind of budget now, we don't even know how much is being allocated for sports development, for grassroots development, and all of that. If you're allocating just over 1 point something billion for refreshment, imagine if you put that money into grassroots development, it will go a long way. With 1 billion naira, you can build in every geopolitical zone. You can build a mini stadium.
Every state, safe.
You can,
every state.
Let's even take a geopolitical zone. With 200 million naira, you can build a mini stadium with, or maybe 5,000, 10,000 capacity. Very well, you can do that with 1 billion naira. But here you are allocating that huge sum just to take care of yourself, just for refreshment. Only, it much leaves to be desired. What do they eat? What do they drink that you need such huge amount of money to take care of yourself? And then let's move on away from that. This time around, the national youth games earlier scheduled to hold in February from the 8th to 18th has been postponed indefinitely. A new date will be announced later, and this postponement was due to the elections, the 2023 general elections, which have been slated for the 25th of February 2023. So, once again, like we always say in Nigeria, sometimes it's like we do things without even properly thinking, because we all know elections were coming up in February. So is it like these things were not put in consideration before you now put the games in the thick of when campaigns will be hot, elections will be in the final week of elections before holding place? And sometimes we do things and we now realize, our elections will be holding this year. Let's shift the date. These are things you have to sit down, and it goes to show that we don't really brainstorm to think things properly before we do something, take some decisions.
So, Alaji Garago, if you know what you said, if you say this government, this ministry are known for policies and so.
Exactly.
And at the same time, one thing that is very good for the Daria and his group and the Ministry of Business, they always find an easy excuse to learn.
Yeah.
So when it backfires, there's always an available excuse for them to learn on, and they have a convenience excuse to say election is coming up.
Yeah.
Okay, just like say, INEC in its own wisdom released the timetable for the election early last year. As at this time last year, we were already aware that they already early by January last year, not even if it's not even any 20 towards ending of 2020, 2021
Exactly, yeah.
we are already aware that the 2023 election is going to hold in February. Okay, and if you recall, this Ministry of Youth and Sport, on signed by the permanent secretary Abubakar Asmara, released a circular. This circular that they are postponing and released the circular about 3 weeks ago, announcing the date for this game.
Yeah.
At the time they announced the date for this game, the campaign for the election is already on. Exactly. So they are quite aware that this election is coming up. Yeah. But they feel they can still. But what is that? Is only as an ambassador should always realize that they owe Nigeria a right to tell Nigeria the truth and the naked truth of the whole situation, not to find an excuse to land on it. Yes, we know that the situation. Tell us that for logistic reason, or for money reason, or for this and this, we cannot guarantee the selection. Yeah. Because you are aware that the election is coming up when you release the timetable already. Exactly. So to give an excuse now that because of election constraint, we cannot guarantee that we cannot hold the game. And meanwhile, the election is February and schedule the game to end February 18. Yes. That's more than a week to the election. Exactly. So definitely the participant can still hold the game and come back to the election. Mind you, the game is it's a huge game between the age of 15 and 18. So none of the participants is eligible to vote.
No, from 18 you can vote at 18.
Well, at 18, those are but most of the participants are not eligible to vote. Well, in a real sense, nobody you only put that from 15 to 18. Sometimes most of the participants are not even supposed to be at the age of 18 to participate in this game. But I don't know, mainly because of the official. But I can still you still have 1 week to return back to your place and still vote the election. If you really you have to give. But one is that they find that okay, there's no convenience. Maybe the whole state does not guarantee them that we don't have, because of this. Remember, the whole state, the governor is involved in the active election. Very well. For vice president. Yeah. Maybe that could be a situation, but they will not tell her to tell it. They just tell it to and on unavailable excuse that they because of the election. Because you are aware that there's election before you announced the date 3 weeks ago.
I mean, completely. I mean, like you said, they were aware that elections were coming up before this announcement. We'll go quickly on a break, and when we come back, Sport Orbit continues. Don't go nowhere.
For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.
Sports Orbit. We make the world go round.
Welcome back from that break. It's still Sports Orbit. Down to some news from the camp of the Super Falcons, where Coach Randy Waldrum is optimistic that the Super Falcons will hopefully emulate the class of 1999. That was, the set which had the likes of the Omagbemi and the rest of them who did the nation proud in the Women's World Cup by getting to the quarterfinals. Since they achieved that feat, the Nigerian women's national team, that is the Super Falcons, are yet to repeat such feat. And Randy Waldrum is hoping that they can do that. Well, it's good to be optimistic, but when you are being hopeful of these things like this, adequate preparations and necessary things should be in place for you to hope. If you look at the displays of the Super Falcons since this man took over, in as much as, yes, it's good to hope, I really don't think, this current Super Falcons, from what they played at the WAFCON, will be able to replicate that feat. In Australia and New Zealand.
Okay, yes, thank you very much. If you permit me, I want to go back to the story on the postponement of the UK before I come to the Super Falcon, because I was telling you that the Minister of Youth and Sport released a circular announcing the date for the game just recently, and the circular announcing the circular announced as signed by the permanent secretary, as ordered by the permanent secretary in the list signed by the director of press and publicity, Mohammed Manga, was on the January 5th this month. This January 5th this month. That is when they send out the circular that the National Youth Game is going to hold in Delta State between the 10th to 18th of February on the 15th of this month. On the 5th of this month. That is just about 2 weeks.
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So what are you, is there any plan? Is there anything there that you are not aware of the election? Why are you not giving an excuse that it's because of the election that you are postponing the game? We just to tell Nigeria, we just come to that place that we are not just speaking that if you can go and check in public sector that they are doing that issue declared announce the date on the 5th of this month, and now they are giving an excuse that it's because of the election that they are postponing the No, you know that you can plan for something, come to how you can post, but give the right excuse what leads to the postponement, not just planning on the valuable excuse that is already there. Okay, talking of this Fafa comes to me, if you recall, it's like Randy Rondo has making a U-turn. The other day where he said that his target was to get to the knockout stage, and it's like the whole Nigeria was most of Nigeria were not happy with him, that they should make sure to comment that how can you tell a team that has been to every edition of the World Cup, who have been to the quarterfinal before, an African champion, African fight champion for many times, say that your target for the World Cup is to get to the, beyond the group stage. It's like that has get to and getting to, and okay, that's why it's not coming up. Okay, then we are going to surpass the feat of the 1999 class. Yes, it's good to be optimistic, but you're just like you say. But to me, if he, even as he made that comment, he's not too sure about himself. It's because of the reaction that Trey his earlier that target that I was saying just go beyond the wrong side. It's now making to make a U-turn, and I say, okay, we want to go to surpass the most successful teams at the most successful Nigeria team at the World Cup, the class of 1999, class of 1999. Yeah, we wish him well, and we hope that just like you say, it's not about talk, it's not about what you are going to put on ground. But I still strongly believe that what we are just lacking. Super Falcon, in as much as a lot of people have saying that we have an aging players, I still believe that we have an experience in the Super Falcon, have a Cuban's youth who can combine. If we're tactically combined together, with a very experienced and well to top technical expert, we have a team that can compete with the best in the world. But what we are just missing, I don't find that tactical prowess in Radwondo. And that to me that's just what is just missing. We have the players, we have the experience. The lack of Oshiba, the lack of Swala, there's not any players in the whole world in the women game that do not reckon with Swala. There's not any player in the women football that do not reckon with Ajibade. We have several of them. So what are we talking about? We have the players and we have the spirit, but what we are lacking is the tactical input. With Randy Rondo cannot guarantee us, and that is the level that's missing.
All right, to some NPFL news where President of the Nigerian Football Federation, Ibrahim Kusau, has commended the officiating or a group of officiating officials who took charge of match week 1 in the Premier League, and saying that they should sustain through the season, and henceforth the credibility that was apparent in their output on the first day of the NPFL witnessed 4 away wins and 4 draws, with only 2 home teams earning the maximum points. Well, like we said the other time when he came out to say this NPFL was going to be best. Exactly. Sorry, the IMC chairman. Like we say, I mean, this is still early days. Just fine. He's asking them to hope they continue the sustainability. But normally, I don't think it should be. I think it's in the Nigerian league where we see when a club goes away to win from home and get a draw, it's almost like a miracle.
Credit to the referee.
Exactly. It's almost like a big deal. This is football. Football, you can go anywhere and win. But in the past, in Nigerian football, it was like winning away from home was such a huge feat that you don't have to congratulate referee. So meaning that even the NFF champ boss president knows that, referees always do some underhand dealings to ensure that the home team get all 3 points at all costs.
Yeah, it's an obvious one. Sometimes we just come out to say that it's not an obvious one. And just like say, when you are always treated to Amala or treated to Alubo in your house, anytime you visit a friend and you're able to give a very delicious jollof rice, jollof rice, you say, this friend is a nice one, I would like to visit him again. That is so. If not, visiting a friend and giving a rice, or it doesn't make anything. You have it at your home. But because we are not used to it,
Exactly.
if not, to me, just like rightly say, there's not anything to comment anybody.
Yeah.
In the first match, it just really in Nigeria that if somebody went and did his job and they say you have done well,
Exactly.
clap hand for him.
Yeah.
Just like sometimes the governor commit call the ball and people are clapping hand for that. Why they come? What is the duty? What is your duty? The duty of the referee official is to go. It's a neutral habitat. Just go to the pitch and judge it based on credibility and what you have. But sometimes when you see the and people begin to give it, and when the referee official you begin to clap hand for him. No, he does his job. First and foremost, he protects his name. But to now, if because of just like one match and then you begin to plan hand for them that you have done well, you have done no. To me, well, it's rude to commend somebody and urge them to sustain it. But to me, it's too early.
Yeah, I mean, too early, like you rightly said. Now, moving ahead now, for Cristiano Ronaldo, tomorrow he'll be taken to the pitch once again since he made that move, leaving United controversially to Al Nassr. Recall that since he got to Saudi Arabia, he's yet to take to the pitch. But tomorrow, a friendly match, very important one, we'll see Ronaldo square up against Messi and his team from PSG. That match will be Ronaldo's first in the colors of Al Nassr. So, good one. You can say this match is basically more of a commercial thing than
it's a novelty match.
Exactly. Ronaldo being in Saudi Arabia, maybe somehow organizers feel he's playing in Saudi Arabia will not offer him the opportunity of coming against Lionel Messi one way or the other in Europe. So let's put this together and see these people reunite. And when you hear, in fact, I saw some earlier reports where a certain Saudi businessman, yes, has spent millions of dollars on tickets just for this match. 2.4 billion. So basically, this is just a commercial, activity.
It's just a novelty match. There's nothing at stake.
Exactly.
It's not a Saudi Ronaldo club that is playing against.
At all. It's combined Saudi 11.
Combined Saudi 11 playing against a PSG side just to raise money for certain people or raise money for. To me, there's nothing at stake. But because of the rivalry, because of Messi and the Saudi, yes, we have this Ronaldo. Well, why did you buy a player? Buy a player to make a benefit from me, and I want to make a benefit from having Ronaldo playing their league and quickly bring it to Ronaldo. Ronaldo has no business to be in Saudi 11. We really have to discuss with the club to allow Ronaldo to play on the skills that since he came to the Saudi Arsenal, he has not played because you remember he was given a 2-match ban at Manchester United and he have to serve that match 2-match ban moving to the club. He has not played since he joined the club, and now. So, and for they were able to convince the outside that okay, so Ronaldo needs to test a game before his main competitive league match, and the club allowed them, and Ronaldo is going to play at least for 45 minutes of the match, and then just to raise some money for people, and probably bring him and Ronaldo Messi together. And it will just go be a mere formality. There's nothing much as competitive to that. But you can be rest assured that fans. The Saudi fans within the Arab regions, and
of course, it will be a packed stadium.
It will be a packed stadium. Everyone want to be there and to watch the two legends, the living legends of the soccer.
Yeah. Right. To some Australian Open news, where Novak Djokovic actually started his Australian Open campaign with a convincing first round win in his first match. Well, for Djokovic, good one. But on the flip side, defending champion Rafael Nadal has been knocked out of that competition. So his
no chance to injuries.
Yes, exactly, no chance. He actually played through pain, and there have also been talks of retirement swirling around Nadal currently. But for Djokovic, nice one. I think for him, Nadal would have been his main competitor in this tournament. Recall that the last Australian Open, Nadal was there, he wasn't there, so Nadal was able to win the 22nd Grand Slam. So this time is another good opportunity for Djokovic to also equal that record.
Now, as it is now, Djokovic stands a chance to be the highest Grand Slam winner, because if Nadal retires, because the way it is now, it's like Nadal, the injury has become
very well.
The same way affected Roger Federer, and now we're likely going to see Nadal now giving the way to
exactly.
and that will leave Djokovic alone, and
Alone,
he's still very,
among the big three.
still very young.
Very young,
So
yeah.
it can be guaranteed that he can still have more than 5 years to still play on.
Very young.
And definitely he's going to surpass all the records.
Exactly.
By the other great people for him.
All right, to some football news now. Some FA Cup, of course, result of some FA Cup matches yesterday for Liverpool. There was a 1-0 bounce back to winning ways. It was a 1-0 win over Wolves in that one yesterday. Congratulations to them. Liverpool needed that result badly considering their poor run of form. And today also there will be the Premier League fixture, which will be United taking on Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace actually hosting United at Selhurst Park tonight, and United will be hoping to continue their rich vein of form as they take on that match. So quickly, Salifu, for Liverpool returned to winning ways last night, and United taking on Crystal Palace tonight.
Yeah, a slim victory, and a slim victory that is more than very important for Liverpool.
Exactly.
Very important for their credibility, very important for their campaign, because they need to bounce back to a winning way,
Yeah.
and they need to ease
pressure, yeah.
ease tensions on them. And the club could not be happy than what he had yesterday. But even as much as it was a slim victory, it is a victory that he needed going forward to the league. Because if anything have shorter than that yesterday, it would have been very disastrous for him and his club. But congratulations to Liverpool, they are back on the campaign, and they still have opportunity to defend the FA Cup trophy.
Yeah. All right. With that, we call it a day on today's.
Yeah, we have Crystal Palace by Manchester United.
Yeah, 9 p.m.
9 p.m. and that is going to be a very tough one. If Manchester United win the game, they'll go second on the table.
Yeah.
And for Crystal Palace, they lost their last match, and then they will
against Chelsea.
Against Chelsea, and they want to bounce back in the way. But you can be rest assured that Ten Hag will take this game at all it takes, whatever it takes to progress.
Right, like I said earlier, match comes up at 9 p.m. Nigerian time, and we'll keep an eye on that. Tomorrow, we'll give you a complete review of the match and other sporting events across the globe. Well, with that, we call it a day on today's episode of Sports Orbit. Tomorrow, we'll be back again with another exciting edition of the program. Salifu, thank you for being in the studio today.
Thank you.
All right, until we come your way tomorrow, do have a wonderful time out there. My name is Alpha Cho, and it's bye-bye for now.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.